Hello Libra, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 16th going to the 22nd of January. So let's have a look together and see what's going on for you guys. As always, I'm going to pull the cards out first and then we'll talk about it. So whilst I'm busy shuffling, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's have a look and see what's going on for you, Libra. All right. The initial D is coming through very strongly. All right, for Libra, please. Whee! Sound effects are real. Let's see what's going on for you, Libra. Overall energy, please, for Libra for the week. Grief for friendships, grief for feeling confident. Let's clarify all these though. Let's see what the blockages might be, please, for the week, Spirit. Okay, very nice. Okay, Libra, let's see what this is, because I just get, there was something here that just wasn't coming up, but it is on the bottom of the deck here, so I understand it now. I just had an intuitive feeling something was not being told here. So if you have that, be very aware. If something doesn't feel quite right, it probably isn't. If you feel like something's missing, it probably is. And I think this week you're going to discover what that might be, which is good. And cold fingers in your reading all of a sudden. Okay, so within this week, I definitely see, and I will show you the cards, but I like to look at them myself so I can paint a picture of what's going on. That's just how I read. You could be finding that you're struggling a little bit in terms of your emotions. I do see that there is a lot of like emotions or feelings or like stuff coming through here that's coming up for a reason. If it's repeating itself, then it's something that we're constantly not seeing. So it's a really important time to understand it. To understand your emotions from a higher power is going to be very, very important, because when we're in this energy, you do have the moon coming through, and this is actually clarifying here the higher power card. So one, your intuition is going to be really, really strong at this time, but there are also most likely, and this is where it gets complicated in life, and I will help you out in just a second, but sometimes when we're so in our emotions, it can distort our intuition. And there we go, we have an email coming through as a confirmation of this. It can be very difficult to understand what's the difference between a fear and an emotion and all that kind of stuff, compared to what is clarity, what is very clear, and what's a knowing, what's a feeling and what's a knowing. So I think within this week, you're really going to start to understand maybe what the difference is between the two. A knowing is a knowing. It's never a question. It's just a knowing. It just comes through. It's very clear, very concise, and it's something that you're like, okay, this is what it is. But sometimes fears and conditionings can get in the way of that. So I actually kind of feel like within this week, you might be or being asked to be working on these deep subconscious stuff, because this is probably why things keep repeating, is because maybe the way that you're dealing with it or the way that you're feeling is in need of addressing. Now, I'm going to look into what they're meaning by this, but because the next few cards you have is round and round, which is karmic cycles. These are lessons that have been unlearned. If we're constantly going round and round in something or constantly thinking about something here, trying to make it work or trying to like do something, like I'm feeling resistance here. Like whether you're just trying to get rid of a problem and just throwing something in it just so it goes away for the time being, but then it comes back up again, or whether you're trying to make something work and you're pushing and pushing and pushing when what it needs is rest. Then again, we're dealing with something the same way we always deal with it, but it's not leading to different results. So there's a need for change. And what seems to be the advice is the TikTok card, and I'm going to dive into this a little bit deeper because we do have some tarot on these cards, but TikTok is saying let go, let go of the need to know something, the need for something to be done in a certain timing, let go of the need to control when something happens or how it happens, or just controlling it in general. Like, I think it's really good to observe, but when we start to manipulate or like control something because emotionally we feel insecure and too insecure to let something go, then this is where it's an issue. Now, bear with me, Libra. I'm going to dive into this. These cards are actually clarified by the Queen of Cups. And if this is not you, this could be somebody else around you, of course. But this is coming up as part of your reading. So the round and round in the TikTok energy, again, trying to control something, trying to force something, or again, something is coming up in your emotions because Page of Swords, because there is a need to look at this on a deeper level. Page of Swords can come through as a triggered energy. It's actually Scorpio energy. So maybe how we deal with our emotions needs to change. So we all know Scorpios are known for the stinger, and it feels like you have that kind of energy too here, Libra, of when emotionally, if you're feeling in this intense triggered mode, and if you haven't healed from the past, then this Page of Swords energy comes through, which is we react without thinking, or we do things without thinking, or like something internally is being very, very triggered because we haven't addressed it. So this week, you are having the higher power, so this is unlocking the third eye. So you are starting to see things differently, okay? You're starting to see the truth, not just how you're feeling about it, but actually what is going on. So this is good, and I think this is because you're seeing it from a different perspective. The bottom of the deck, you do have the Ten of Swords, which is an ending. All right, so an ending has happened in your life, a very defeating, very difficult chapter of your life is coming to a close, which is very good. But maybe it's because we need to take ourselves out of it. We no longer need to be lying in this position anymore. We need to get up. We need to do something. We can't be dwelling in something that's been very painful. And of course, it's easier said than done. I'm a human being. I go through shit too. I understand. But it's like there's an energy here of like, you need to understand. Yeah, this could have been to do with a love situation. You have the Two of Cups here. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I mean. It's like a defensive triggered energy coming through the Nine of Wands. And that's what we were saying with that emotions. When these emotions arise, it's like a triggering energy. But that's what the moon feels like. Like our emotions seem to be getting the best of us here, Libra, which can happen. And this might not be a reading for everybody here, but it definitely is coming through. Let's clarify the moon. Judgment. So maybe we need to release something here emotionally. We need to let it go. And that is what the TikTok card is saying, is like, let this unfold naturally. These emotions aren't just going to be healed overnight. But the more that you're dwelling in pain, the more that you're dwelling in experiences, the more that you're dwelling on this repetitive cycle that seems to be coming up, or again, repeating something constantly, then the less we're actually gaining clarity on it, because we're starting to distort something here or feel so intensely about something. So the moon being that distortion, being that kind of illusion here, if anything is hidden from you, you are now starting to see it. You're now starting to see truth here, Libra, which is what judgment is about. Something is being lifted away from you. A problem, a trouble, a stress. So let go of it. Let it be. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. I know it's difficult. I'm just being direct with you for some reason. Maybe it's something that we need to do within ourselves, is be more direct. Okay, I'm not going to think about it. This is just causing me pain. This is just causing me suffering. It's causing me to be in the same position I once was. Because round and round is that. It's just constantly going round and round. There's no ending of this until you break that cycle. So you're having to break the cycle of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions here to then replace them with some higher knowledge, higher wisdom, that I'm giving this up to the universe to judge. This is up to the universe now. And this is actually like learning a lesson from something. So clarity is going to come from this. The truth is going to be unveiled here. So again, if you had an intuitive feeling about something, a deep knowing about something, it's coming to light. What this might be. King of Wands and the Devil. Could be someone not being very honest with you. This definitely could be in terms of a relationship, by the way. And you may know about this and you keep questioning it, you keep thinking about it, and it won't leave you alone because you're trying to find the answer in the now. Like, let it go. Allow the universe. Just speak it out loud to the universe. Like, give me clarity at this time. and it's going to be given to you. And the Devil and the King of Wands is not a very good sign, because especially if it's to do with a relationship, because you do have the Queen of Wands and the Three of Cups here as well. Sorry, just touched the mic. I hope it didn't cause any audio, too noisy for you. Three of Cups and that kind of energy, because I was asking what the moon was. Now, the universe and spirit are asking you to step into this Empress energy. Now, this is your energy, Libra. It's knowing your worth, knowing your abundant being in this divine feminine energy of attracting and not chasing answers or not chasing any results. It's allowing things to unfold the way that they need to unfold and not stepping off of your throne for anybody. Being at this high level as the Empress is like, okay, I'm up here, and if you're down there, then we're not compatible then. Or if I'm up here and I'm feeling like I need to be in the flow so that things are different, because I think the way that you're getting answers or trying to get answers to a situation is not working out for you. It keeps leading you in the same place and constantly being in this moon energy, which can be very, very difficult to deal with, depending on how intense it is, of course. So just be aware of this. Now, moving away from that, because I want to say, let it be, let it go, allow the universe to show you the signs, because it will be very clear to you. Have judgment, so yeah, that's coming up for you. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands in your current energy for the week, which is again about your confidence. This is about being surrounded by good people here. I do see that you might have to walk away from a King of Wands. It is coming through here. Fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries. Doesn't have to be though. It's very playful. This person is very good at being spontaneous. This is like a very good at adapting, King of Wands, but sometimes when paired with the Devil and an Eight of Cups, this person is not serving you. And there's a deep knowing of that though. But anyways, this may be something you've already done, okay? Right, so this being in your current energy, there is some celebration coming through in your life, maybe even in your career. You could be getting a lot of attention at this time, which is very nice to see. It's called a celebration. There's a lot of feminine energy around you at this time, or you're being guided to be in that flow, as we were saying. There could be a lot of feminine energy around you at this time who are going to be very nurturing and supportive towards you and are going to help you when it comes down to some strength, okay? It could be a group of 3 people or 3 significant people in your life who are here to help in some ways. All right, you have the strength, Leo energy. Your blockages for this week is the Queen of Swords, which is actually you, Libra, and the Wild. So the Wild being a blockage here in this kind of instance feels like a new beginning, a new chapter is being blocked because of some illusions. And the Queen of Swords coming through is like maybe you haven't been in that logical mode that you normally are in, because these emotions have been so overwhelming for you. It's been very hard to see it from a different see this situation from a different perspective. So what's being blocked, and what I would advise, is this Queen of Swords is saying, be in your energy. The Empress and the Queen of Swords are now your advice to step into is a logical and abundant, loving energy. Being cold when you need to be cold, placing boundaries where you need to place boundaries, but it's a demanding of the truth. It's what the Queen of Swords is about. She demands it. You can't approach me unless you give it to me. And she knows what's the truth and what's not. So maybe we need to listen to that intuition a little bit more. We have the Wild card here. So there is a new beginning on the horizon here. And it's one that I feel like you're going to be creating for yourself. Yeah, 6 of Cups with the Tower card on the bottom of the deck here. It feels like a soulmate connection has fallen out here. Someone you may have had children with. The Ace of Swords. Now, there is truth coming through. Truth past illusions with the 7 of Cups. The Magician underneath that too. You may realize that someone was really playing a trick on you. Some truth is coming through here, Libra. This may have happened already, of course. Now, I'm going to move into how you can move from this, but this clearly is a situation that you've been stuck on, something that you kind of has been overwhelming you for a bit now. You know, this is probably why you've been in this emotional state, is because it's been very painful to you. But like, you are gaining the crown here. You're gaining that truth. You're understanding why you felt this way, because you let it go now. You're no longer holding on to this, which is good. Now the truth is being revealed. Past illusions. So, truth is being revealed. Complete clarity is being revealed here about things. Okay? Is it like a trickster energy around you here? Ace of Wands, all right? A new beginning is coming through for you. The Hermit energy. Again, looking at things from that higher perspective here. The Hermit can be a teacher in your life, okay? Or someone who has some experience. It feels like this is like, you're gaining an opportunity from someone a little bit older than you. This is someone who is here to guide you. This could be your higher self, of course, but you're being granted here a new beginning. But there is some advice that comes along with this new beginning, and it could very well be the staff. You're gaining wisdom from this. Why did this happen to me? I understand why you'd think that way. Especially with this emotional thing, like this triggered energy, this is very painful. Especially if it's already happened to you before and it's happened again, it can be very, very painful, Libra. But this is like you're gaining wisdom from this. Now you have this stuff, this wisdom, this knowledge. Someone's giving you an opportunity, an advice to move away from this, to take moving away from this. And this new beginning is something very passionate, something very good. This could be moving. This could be a new job. This could be new love. Ace of Cups here too with the Ace of Wands. Passionate and loving new beginning is coming through for you. To move away from this energy is quite interesting. You could be traveling, or again, you could just be deciding to physically be moving away from this. The Hierophant seems to be what's going to help you, and no, it doesn't. There could be a significant relationship or dynamic in your life that will be helping you away from this, but this really does feel like obedience to something. It's rules, discipline coming into your life. This will be very, very good for you to move away from this. So that means routines. This could be working on your work, your job. And again, I see success and celebration in that. I see recognition in that. I do see that will be a really good place for you to focus on. If it's love that you've dealt with some like difficulty in. But I do see you moving away from it. Six of Swords is you've been through the worst. Now you're just moving away from it. Now you've learned some lessons. There may be some things that you still haven't been able to say that could be haunting you at this time, like the Swords. All right, it's like the aftermath of this. But Two of Pentacles, again, as your advice, is to really focus on what is good. Not just the things that are lingering in our head and the emotions and the worries, the doubts that are keeping you up, the night, maybe even nightmares here for you, Libra. The Two of Pentacles is focus on what matters to you. This is about stable things. It's about your finances. This is about your experiences in life. Don't allow somebody this messed up to deprive you from actually now focusing on your growth. Focusing on your balancing your emotions as well. Like there's a lot to do. There's a lot to work on away from this. And we have the Chopwood card here on the bottom of the deck, which is... This is about like sticking to the mundane. Don't give up on yourself. Doors are starting to open for you. Page of Wands. Yeah, you're getting some a message here. Justice could be legal situation, or again, it could just be some karma coming through for you. Four of Cups. There's an opportunity coming your way, but you might be conflicted on whether you want to take this or not. Whether it's love, whether it's, you know. I think you might be getting some love offers at this time actually, but I don't know if you'll be wanting to accept them. I think you feel like you're ready. Four of Cups can sometimes be like you're like, I'm happy with what I have here. Or you're so focused on what's in front of you, which seems to be your work, that you're not paying much attention to love that's coming in. So that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. And whilst you're regulating your emotions and you know, the after effects of a very traumatizing event, and I understand. So you're gaining truth, clarity, Libra. Focusing on your career. 8 of Pentacles is very good for becoming very good at a skill. It's building something. It's got a lot of results attached to it. So you'll start to see a lot of success and results, especially in your finances and your stability. You're learning how to be by yourself. You could be actually educating yourself, reading more books. You're becoming more invested in yourself. And this is where you're finding fruit here. 4 of Swords, and this is your healing energy. This is where you're going to find a lot of self-satisfaction. You're going to find a lot of good results when it comes down to your career, your achievements. This is reaching goals, doing things that you want to do, This new chapter has nothing to do with other people. High Priestess and 3 of Pentacles. This is like a secret plan that you're building. Or if this is something that you're unaware of, then this is a universal secret plan that's going to be being fulfilled. So listen to your gut instincts, listen to your calling, listen to what you feel called to do, because that seems to be leading you somewhere that's a divine plan. Okay? I'm going to pull you out an animal spirit deck for you. You have now is a lucky time, which is rabbit spirit, very fertile time for you, okay? So beware if you don't want to be having any babies, but this is like birthing new things, and this is a really lovely energy to go into, and I think it's going to last up until spring, whatever. Well, in the next few months, this is the energy that you're going to be in, so use that. Don't allow what's happened to you define you or block you from your blessings moving forward, because you're now entering a very lovely, very Empress vibe that we were saying, where you're going to attract in a lot of good things. So rabbit spirit is very important for you. I was going to say something else. Some of you might need to check your emails, and also we had this as well. So sometimes life stings is the wasp spirit on the bottom of the deck, and given your reading so far, it does seem like it has some significance, meaning that we can't always, like a wasp, I always say, you never really know why they're existing. Some people might, and feel free to educate me. I'd love to know, actually. I've always wondered this. You know, like bees have a purpose, and they're very actually good for existence in this world, for plants and people and animals. But like wasps, like you always wonder, like they just sting people randomly. They don't even need to feel threatened to just attack you. Like it's kind of saying like these pricks are around us. Sometimes life does sting, and sometimes it doesn't even, like, why did this happen? Why is a person like this? Sometimes we'll never understand. And I say sometimes it's good to not understand some people, because it means that you're not really anything like them. If we seek to understand, this quote has like a bit of a balance involved. I always like to try and understand people, but when you cannot understand someone, like it's beyond that level of understanding because it's so messed up, or it just means that you're not like that, which is not a bad thing. So sometimes life just does sting, and we can learn from it, we can grow from it, and we can become very lucky from it sometimes. You know, it's like karma. If you do the stinging, I'm sure you're going to get some very bad karma coming after you anyways. So that's fine, but if you have some good, then expect good, all right, in the end. So don't worry too much about what other people or what their karma is. It's more about you, focusing on you, not focusing on... I think it's good to heal the pain that this person may have caused you, or the difficulty this person has caused you. But to really focus on you now is really most important, and healing that. So its effect on you, not this person, but the effect on you is really important to heal and grow from and learn from. And there we go, a lovely email to confirm this. But yeah, clear your energy, focus on you, get yourself busy, focus on growth and managing these emotions and these triggers, and everything's going to be okay in good time. Okay? Well, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Personal readings are open, so make sure you go and check those out if you would like to. It's a new website, new services, and new readings available down there, so go and check it out. But I love you guys. I wish you all the best. And I'll see you guys next time, okay?